Hello and welcome to this series of videos in which I seek to demonstrate participation in an SAP Ariba reverse auction from the perspective of a supplier. In this first video, I shall demonstrate the simplest English reverse auction. In future videos, I will demonstrate more complex English reverse auctions, Dutch reverse auctions, and Japanese reverse auctions. A simple reverse auction for me is an auction that can be monitored from a single screen. That means no more than 5 or 6 items, else the supplier needs to scroll or navigate to review auction feedback and place bids. The simple English reverse auction is by far the most commonly used by buyers. Reverse auctions are highly configurable. This means that it is impossible to cover every possible permutation available to a buyer in this video. But through a number of simple example auctions, I shall demonstrate the main features and the most common permutations. I'll be showing how to review lots and items, the auction content, how to bid, how to understand your feedback and the other information you receive during the auction. We shall take a look at the close of the auction and at the most common errors and messages you can receive and send during the event. The graphic at the bottom of the screen shows the progress of a typical English reverse auction, with prices reducing over time as bidders compete with each other to win the contract. Most SAP Ariba auctions are preceded by an RFP. This means that the seller has already taken part in an SAP Ariba event, so I don't intend here to duplicate. I've clicked straight through to my auction. The first thing that I want to highlight is the preview status and the time remaining in that status. Preview status means that this particular auction is not yet open for bidding, but it will be in another 3 minutes and 43 seconds. The clock in the top right corner of your auction screen is useful throughout the event as it tells you how long is remaining in the current status of the event. In this screen, we can view the basic content of our auction. You see here 2 items with quantities of 50 and 20 respectively. We may be able to see some details on event timing and bidding rules. On the left sidebar, we can navigate through the stages of the auction, although for the simple English reverse auction, it is more common that we navigate by clicking stepwise through our event. In this case, our next step is to review prerequisites by clicking the blue button highlighted. It is quite normal for the next step to be an agreement that must be accepted for you to gain access to the event. So accept and OK. The final activity at this stage is to accept your invitation to the lots or items that you wish to bid on. If you do not select everything, then you may be asked to explain why you have refused your invitation, as I've shown in the box in the bottom right corner of the screen. The first thing to notice is that the status of the auction has now changed to open. And in this case, you can see 28 minutes and 34 seconds remaining on the clock. The auction shown in the main section of the screen offers no guidance at this stage as to any ceiling limits on bidding. But on the bottom right of the page, I've placed a view of a similar auction that does exactly that. You can see there is a mandated minimum ceiling value and decrement size. Offering a higher price than the ceiling value will trigger an error, but we shall see that later when we look at errors and messaging. Taking account of any ceiling price you are required to adhere to, place your offers in the price boxes as shown and click on Submit Bids. A successful bid is always accompanied by the "Your response has been submitted" message. Your rank is now displayed, in this case next to each item. You can see that the bidder is ranked in second place for item 1 and in first place for item 2, an indication confirmed by the auction hammer icon to the right of the price box. I've switched to a different type of auction to illustrate the other common types of feedback that you may see according to the configuration of the buyer. In this auction, you can see the two items as before, but this time they are incorporated into a lot with rank feedback shown not only at item level but at total lot level. You can see that this supplier is ranked in second place for item 1, first place for item 2, and second overall at lot level. A further feature of the feedback and functionality in this auction is the display of the leading bid value and the associated Take Lead button. Take Lead followed by Submit Current Lot does exactly that. Scrolling down from the bid area, you can see the traffic light feedback. Traffic lights can be configured by the buyer to give bidders an indication of how the bids compare with expectations. The two graphics show on top that the first bid is signalled red, and below that the second improved bid is signalled amber. This graphic also shows at the top that the original leading bid had amber status. These feedback types are less common than pure rank, so I shall refer to the rank-only feedback to demonstrate how to improve your bids. The most common method to improve a bid is the direct price change. In the top screenshot, you can see that I have overwritten the price box with a new price of 900 and clicked on Submit Entire Response. I can choose to alter one, some, or all of the prices on my screen. The lower screenshot shows that after my bid is placed, my rank has improved on item 1. A second bidding method is via Apply Decrement. You can see that I have checked the box only for item 1, then put 1% in the Decrement Selected Items Buy box. I click on Apply, and as shown in the lower screenshot, my item price and the extended price have been updated. I can then choose to submit this bid using Submit Entire Response, or if I'm not happy with the new prices, I can revert to my former bid by clicking Reload Last Bid. Moving on to errors. You will see this error if you try to offer a lower decrement than the minimum allowed in the auction. To solve this, either improve your offer further or reload last bid to return to your previous position. This error is also shown if a bidder seeks to increase a price. In this example, the bid placed for item 1 is equal to a bid already placed by a competitor. This is not permitted under the rules of this auction, so the bid must be amended, lower or higher, and resubmitted. This message isn't an error. It is triggered in the event of a large bid decrement, in this case a decrement of larger than 10%. It can be easy to place a large decrement bid by accident, for example with a decimal point error. Mistaken bids are undesirable in an auction, so to place this bid you will need to confirm by checking the warning box and click Submit. You can message the buyer during the auction through the Compose Message button, as shown. Many auctions happen very quickly, so you are advised to make all of your communications prior to the event as far as possible. The closing few minutes of an auction can go a couple of different ways. Bidders find that in the last few minutes can often be the most intense period of the auction, with bids placed frequently in response to rank changes. The two screenshots on show demonstrate a soft close. This means that a bid placed inside the last few minutes of an auction results in a time extension, allowing competitors the chance to respond. The top of the screen shows the auction with 1 minute and 26 seconds remaining. A bid is placed, and as seen in the lower screenshot, the time is extended. There are now 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining. Bidders should understand the close type of the auction and confirm with the buyer if a soft close is to be used or a hard close. A hard close offers no further extension period, and the final bids are due inside that last minute of the auction. Thank you for watching this video. Others in the series cover more complex English reverse auctions, Dutch reverse auctions and Japanese reverse auctions. If you have any further questions at this stage, please contact the buyer responsible for your auction for more information.